Hello, welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you're watching this, you're probably watching it because you saw the title and you saw that there's a way in which you can start a SMMA, a social media marketing agency, really without a whole lot of money. Well, yeah, the good news is that that is true. I know many people that start successful SMMA businesses and make really good money with this, but they didn't start with a ton of money. And so what I'll do is, in fact, I'll show you how to get started if you have nothing. The goal is that by the end of this video, you know the direction you need to take to learn everything you need to learn about starting your agency without spending money today. Okay, without fancy softwares, without paid advertisements or any kind of paid marketing to get your first clients, and really just keeping everything as low budget as we can. You see, what you do need when you're starting isn't just a wad of cash that you can throw into a business like this. You see, there are businesses online that if you start these businesses, you need money. For example, if you want to start an e-commerce business, you need money. You need to buy inventory. And let's say then you say, okay, Adam, but I could do drop shipping where I don't have to buy the inventory and I will essentially get my supplier to ship products from China directly to my customer and I only pay for that product when I get my first order. Yes, that can work, but you got to pay for the ads to get customers. You got to pay for the website. You got to pay for a ton of other softwares on top of the website to make your website actually look good, trustworthy, and something that people will buy from. Or you have something like Amazon FBA. Again, similar to e-commerce, where you're going to have to spend a lot of money on inventory to send that inventory to Amazon, who will then send out the orders for you. The biggest issue with most online businesses, like as we looked at there, of course, is the initial cost of starting. You might need to buy a website, build a website, spend money on that, or buy stock or inventory. The second biggest problem then is how you get customers. You see, for a lot of online businesses, the way that you get customers is through paid marketing, paid advertisements, typically on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. With a social media marketing agency, we don't do that. Yes, there are individuals that run paid advertisements to get clients, but it's typically agency owners who have been doing this for a very long time and have a really high level of income already from this. If you were to run advertisements to get a client for your SMMA, you're typically looking at spending at least $1,000, potentially a whole lot more. And that's after you've tested different angles, tested different creatives, and really nailed down the advertising process to a science. So as a beginner, you're not going to do that. That's just the reality. So we're going to be specifically looking at how you can get clients for free, right? Using methods that don't cost money. You see, most of the clients that I signed from my agency, I would have signed through methods that didn't necessarily cost money. I might have used some softwares or maybe even had a team member do a process for me, but I would have always done it myself first to test that it worked before I put money behind it. With most online businesses, you do need a website to get started. Right? If you're going to start an e-commerce business, drop shipping, etc., of course, you need a website. You need a place where people can go, see your products, see the reviews, and buy it. Actually purchase the product from the website. With social media marketing, we typically don't do this. When I started, I didn't have a website and I could sign clients. My student success manager now that works alongside me inside my program, he got to over $10,000 a month with his agency before ever having a website. So I know for a fact you don't actually need a website. It might look nice. It might give you a little bit more confidence. It might make you feel a little bit more ready, right? If you had a website. But you really don't need it. You see, because how we're getting clients is all built on trust. Finding business owners that really truly have a need that we can fill, that truly need a service that we can deliver. So them asking, hey, do you have a website, is really only something they're ever going to ask if they just feel like they can't trust you. If you follow my process and you do things to a T the way I'm going to show you, you should be able to build this trust with businesses. We're not trying to trick them. We're not trying to con them. We're not trying to scam them. We're trying to do real business here. So you really don't need a website to start. Okay. You also won't need a logo. You won't need business cards. You won't need any of those things that really will just take a lot of time and also some money to start. Now, what you do need to do is you do need to figure out what service you're going to offer. Okay. There's many options in the social media marketing sphere or the digital marketing sphere. You could offer paid advertisements, email marketing, funnel building, social media management, many other services. Personally, my agency was mainly focused on content creation and social media management. Okay, in the most simplest form, creating content, posting that to a social media page for a business. We had some clients that paid for consulting. We had some clients that just paid for content, but overall, mostly was content and social media management. With the mentorship that I currently do, about probably 70 to 80% of the results that we see are from people in my program that are working specifically with social media management. Yes, we have individuals we work with that get results with those other services, emails, ads, etc. But we find it's a lot more complex, more technical, harder to learn and harder to get started with. So once you have that service in your minds and you know exactly what it is, you just need to then look at, okay, how am I going to deliver that for free? There's many services that you can use for free. You can take Canva for content creation. When it comes to actually managing a business's social media page, well, that's free. All right. That's just literally going to be your time that you spend. This business is all based on action. You don't need money to start it. You need to take massive action. And so what I've actually done is I've put together a completely free course. Now, it's a course, okay? It's around 7 to 8 hours. It'll give you kind of the basics, the fundamentals of how you get this started. I can't guarantee that you will be an expert social media marketer within that 7 to 8 hours. I could guarantee that if you were going to be working more one-on-one with me inside of the mentorship that I do. But if you're purely just looking for the information right now, I can give you some of that within this free course. So it's linked in the description of this video. I want you to go ahead and watch that because that is 7 to 8 hours of me walking you through how to get clients, how to close deals, how to onboard your clients, how to deliver a good service, and how to do all of this even if you're a complete beginner. So click that link, watch that video, break it up, watch 30 minutes today, 30 minutes tomorrow. Come back to this video every day for the next couple of weeks. And I bet you will know a whole lot more and you'll be so much closer to getting your first client. So watch that now. Let me know if you have any feedback and I'll see you in the next video.